Okay, I haven't made a video in almost a year, and that's just because life caught up to me between work and I compete in MMA, so I did back-to-back fight camps and shit like that. But for the first video back, I want to talk about the finals. What you are seeing is TDM gameplay of the finals, and you'll also see some ranked gameplay, which is a little bit longer clips. But this game's fucking awesome. It's not getting enough attention, I feel like. It's been out for a while now. I think they're on like season 8. Don't ask me when it came out or how long each season is. But there's been enough where it should have gotten more attention. The premise of the game, the main premise of the game is like the ranked play and stuff. What you see the pros play, which is 3v3, 4 teams of 3 playing, and there's light, medium, heavy characters. What you're seeing right now is me playing as light on TDM. You'll see some heavy gameplay in ranked, and you'll also see some medium gameplay in TDM as well. People always start their videos off about like yapping about the destruction and stuff. I'm just gonna let you guys see it. The main thing I wanted to talk about is the balancing of this game. I think what makes this game actually good is the balancing. It's not the destruction, it's not the different weapons and stuff. Those are cool, you'll see that in these clips, but it is the balancing that makes it good. Each character, light, medium, heavy, has their roles. They are pretty fucking balanced. You can go off as a light, you can go off as a medium, you can go off as a heavy. The utility of the equipment. In most lobbies, like in the ranked lobbies, you can use weird different metas, different strategies. I mean, unless you're the top of the top, you have to kind of like follow the main meta, but that's not the case for 90% of players. So there is like most weapons are balanced. In plat lobbies, gold lobbies, you can use whatever the fuck you want and make it work, especially if you're 3 stacking and people are, you know, communicating. I mean, this is the only game I've seen, I'm sure there's others that have done this, where the devs, after a season, if something's broken or just kind of pointless, they'll just take it out of the game. They'll just straight up take it out of the game, which I think more games have to do. More devs should be doing this. Like, there was a taser, right? I think in lower lobbies it was pretty OP. It felt OP to us. And then in the highest lobbies, it was kind of pointless. So they just took it out of the game, reworked it for an entire season. They made the nullifier, which is a new item in the game. It replaced it. The last season, smokes and thermal was kind of cheesy. It was a dumb way to get kills. They took it out of the game this season. And each season, they actually try to keep the guns balanced. They don't just like tweak little things. They are constantly buffing and nerfing stuff little bits at a time to make a solid game. Also, what makes the game feel balanced is the variety of game modes you get that actually affect the loadouts. So there's like quick play games where it's, you know, 3v3v3s, there's head-to-head, there's power shift, there's team deathmatch. All those games, the meta kind of changes. Like, look on the screen, there's a shit ton of items to choose from. There's so many different classes. The game does a good job also of helping beginners with preset loadouts if you want to use it. They're kind of like meta based, but it makes the game feel more balanced. The cosmetics, I know that's a big talking point in games right now. They feel right for the universe. In COD and stuff, it does feel off right now. I know Battlefield 6 is like claiming they're not going to add all that stuff, all the emotes, all the weird stuff like that. But in this game, it makes sense. The universe is a virtual reality game show, so crazy cosmetics work. And the cosmetics are cool. The suits and stuff that you can make with all the variety is very cool. And I like it in this game. I don't like it in COD. I don't like it in Battlefield. But this game, it works. It's a very arcadey game. I think one thing that makes a first-person shooter good and gives it longevity is its ranked gameplay. What you're seeing right now is ranked, and as you can see, unlike in TDM and stuff like that in the earlier clips, the gadgets matter a lot more, and the gunfights are longer, and people play their lives better, and all the classes work better together because you actually have a point to defend instead of just like light being best for TDM because you want to run around and shoot people. You know, it's like COD. As this is like there's an objective, so you want your heavy to be able to anchor and stuff like that. Me and my friends have been playing this, have been grinding ranked this season. We grinded it a decent amount last season, and the season before that we kind of played it. It's been pretty fun. It's competitive. The ranked play is very competitive. I haven't ran into too many cheaters. Like, compared to other games, the cheating doesn't seem bad. The highest we've gotten is like low diamond lobbies. Maybe once you get past a certain point, the cheaters become more rampant. I'm not saying we've never ran into cheaters. We definitely have ran into cheaters, but it's just, I feel like in ranked COD and stuff like that, I ran into a lot more. And that's part of the reason I stopped playing some of the games that I used to post before. Like, I posted a lot of ARC stuff. My brother still plays. It's constant cheating, constant spinning. It's like part of the culture. Tarkov, there's a lot of cheating, and it's kind of hard to tell when somebody is cheating. The game takes 20 minutes to load in, and then you get whacked by a cheater. It kind of ruins the fun. So I do think that's a big selling point to talk about when talking about especially first-person shooters, where people are being competitive. You know, people want to win, and sadly, people feel the need to cheat. I don't understand why, because it kind of takes away from the whole, like, you're winning thing. It's more like the program's winning, but, you know, people do it. And now I'm going to talk about some of the negatives. One of the negatives is you realize how large of a population does not know how to do basic math. You'll have people fucking push and get team wiped when you could just sit back and win. You'll have people think they need to chase boxes they don't need to, and then they'll talk shit to you. Solo queuing can be horrendous sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I will solo queue quite a bit in ranked, and people just always think they're the best. You know, I'll apologize when I'm playing bad, or I'll like, oh shit, like I'll follow you, whatever, and people just, you get lights that just hard push and die. That's a huge negative. Like, if you played Apex and you felt Wraith mains in ranked and how they just hard push and die and then leave the game, that's lights in this game. So you can't run away from that style of player whenever there's characters, I guess. The other thing is, it's a 3-stack game. So if you have a large friend group, people are going to be, you know, trying to play, others can't. Maybe you have an odd number of people where it's, you know, 2 people are left out and then they have to queue without a third. You know, it's just, that's the problem with these types of games always, though. Another negative is, it's also a positive, but there is a large skill gap. So if you're trying to teach a new person how to play the game, there's a lot of little things that can just improve your gameplay and make you better. And then when you're playing against somebody that knows how to trap you with goo or block off entrances or, you know, set traps and do stuff like that, and you're trying to learn, it can be kind of overwhelming. The person who's trying to teach might just get shit on a bunch and not want to play. So, like, I guess you can call that a quote-unquote negative.
There's a heavy at the bottom with me, now on the middle.
But besides that, I don't really have many complaints about the game. Like I said, they do a good job balancing. Like last season, there was some really cheesy shit, like the smokes and thermals, and the baton was really OP and stuff, and it felt dumb because they could just block and then run up and smack you. And there's stuff like that, but they do a good job of then fixing it the next season. So I guess that's a negative, that sometimes it takes a whole season for them to fix things. But for what this game is, the amount of people that are playing it, I think it's pretty damn close to perfect. Sorry for the first video back being a little choppy. I'm not saying the other videos in my YouTube feed are good, but this one feels a little rough to me. I'll be posting this type of content again. I'll make videos about whatever people want to hear me yap about. I doubt anybody got this far to hear me say that, but that is the case. I will yap about anything, but on my own accord, I will be making videos about, you know, the finals right now, because Tarkov is kind of dead in my eyes, and then ARC hasn't been that fun. There's no other game. I'll be playing Battlefield 6 when it comes out, but that's not out yet. I might play the COD beta. But that's about it. I just wanted to talk about this game that I think is pretty fucking good and is getting overlooked pretty hard.